Hello everyone, welcome. I was going to do this video a few days ago when the news came up about these men dressed up as women parading themselves in the L.A. Dodgers stadium. And I had to control myself a little bit because at the very beginning I was angry. And I thought better of it, and I thought I would calm down a little bit before I put my 2 cents here on what is going on. First of all, how dare they? I'm going to try to be calm. The L.A. Dodgers are going to give a prize to men dressed as women, pretending to be nuns and mocking Christianity. Okay, let's keep calm here. Apparently, this is not new. Some of us have heard of this for the first time, but it's not new. Since the 1970s, in San Francisco first, these men dressed as women would parade themselves. They had a day when they went around the streets of San Francisco, parading themselves, dressed as women, and displaying their male genitalia. Openly, just going around the cities, and this is now expanded to LA and I'm sure to many other places in America. This is insanity, but there we are. Now, why am I talking about this? Because many people are talking about it much better than I can. I simply have to respond. First of all, because as you all heard me say a million times, and I'm actually getting bored with myself for saying it, but I do have to say it one more time. I was raised by nuns. And I feel within myself, an obligation, a duty, a moral obligation to defend them. I was raised by nuns in an orphanage. How dare you? And these nuns, during the Spanish Civil War and for 10 years after that, would go every half hour to the revolving cubicle thing, and they would find babies there. That wasn't happening while I was there, but there were girls there that I grew up with, older than I was at the time, that had been found there. This was, of course, stopped, and by the time I came along, I wasn't an orphan. I did have a mother, but it was for orphans and for very, very poor people. And I have said this many times, but I grew up with girls who had been left there, right, and didn't know who their parents or family were. And we were raised by these nuns. And I will be eternally grateful to them. And all of us were. And they prepared us for what we would have to encounter in the world. And they told us, without putting any sugary, sweet words on top of anything, they told us very straight that we were in a particular situation. It was not our fault that some of us had been abandoned and some of us were poor. That was not our fault. They made it very clear to us that some people are born the son of kings, and some people are born the son of and daughters of paupers, and that's the reality of it. The important thing is what we do with what we have, however much or however little. Yes, and they prepared us. And they told us many times that many doors will be closed. We had no connections, we had no this, no that, nothing. And so we would have to learn how to survive, and how to, perhaps if we couldn't go through the front door, well, try to seize the moment of every opportunity life gives you, and so on, many things. And by the age of 17, they started looking for jobs for many of the girls to prepare them. And when they left, they would have a job, and, it would be up to them then. So anyway, this is the reason why I feel strongly about offending nuns and mocking them in this way. So I hope you understand that. Now, this thing that they're going to do, giving them a prize and parading themselves in the L.A. Dodgers stadium. L.A. Dodgers, I don't know what that is. Is it baseball? Is it American football? I have no idea. I don't care. But this is part of what I told you before about what is going on now in our societies in the West. This shock and awe approach to making us all feel divided and demoralized and so on. The 3 steps forward, and then they retreat 1 step. You see, at first you're very shocked. Oh my gosh, how could they have done that? But they retreat only 1 step, and then they advance 3 more. And so the second time you're not as shocked. And the third time, you may not be shocked at all. You see, and little by little, it becomes normalized. And then you almost expect it, and all you can do is perhaps look away. But it is already there, established, and this is part of it. Now, I'm going to make an appeal here. I'm going to go out on a limb. I hope I am not pulled down or anything. I don't think I'm going to say anything extraordinary here. I'm just speaking from the heart, that's all. Speaking from the heart from a person raised in an orphanage and yet with no mental problems. Because these people have problems. I think that the main problem is that they hate themselves. They're dead spiritually. They are dead mentally and psychologically. And they are slowly on the way of committing suicide. With the drugs and everything else. Now, I have no mental problems. None that I know of, anyway. Now, I'm going to appeal first to men in general. Okay, this is about mocking Catholic nuns, but Catholic nuns, easy target. These are women who spend their life praying, helping the poor, and, they're really not hurting anybody. So this is not just about Catholics. This is an attack on Christianity. I will go back to that a little bit later, but my appeal to men in general. Men. masculine men, virile men, men. Okay. This is an attack on you too. They are attacking manhood and virility. These men who dress in dresses, you need to face them, you know. I'm not here talking about violence or anything else like that. You don't need that. You just need to stand there and look at their face. All you need to do is to go, and they'll, woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. They may have penises, but they have no balls. Eunuchs. Please defend masculinity and virility to regain your honor and dignity as men and protectors. I'm appealing to women because they are mocking and attacking womanhood and all that womanhood means, including motherhood, something sacred. I have said many times, you know, that power, men, the reaction is obedience or sometimes even fear. Women, authority, moral authority, respect. And this is a mockery of womanhood. And we women have to stand up and defend our womanhood. You are not women. You guys dressed as women, pretending to be women. You are not women. You are weak men. And how dare you, just because you are weak men, say that therefore you're women. I want to appeal to gays. Okay, so you're attracted to other men, but I don't think you are against women. I don't think that you see women as your enemy. I don't know of any cases when you go around hating women. We need your help here. Please come to our aid. Okay, and lesbians. Okay, so you are attracted to other women. Therefore, you don't want women to be trampled upon, I don't think. Right? You don't hate women if you're attracted to them. Please come to our aid here in defense of these nuns. I want to appeal to Protestants because this is not just about Catholics, you see. Is that if the Catholic Church goes down, there may be nothing left. I urge you to watch Dr. Ashenden's last video. Catholics are not your enemies. As Dr. Ashenden says, what is coming? Artificial intelligence, transhumanism, is going to make the Reformation look like a tea party. This is against Christianity. Please come to our aid. Now, for the this baseball or football or whatever it might be, sometimes we have seen how sports in general, the Olympics, for example, were boycotted because of something that we didn't agree with, one particular country or whatever, okay? So if the L.A. Dodgers, dodging what? Dodging reality, dodging biology, dodging responsibility, dodging human dignity. If this club continues on, perhaps we can do something about baseball in general. Perhaps we can forget to go and watch them one day or 2, 6 months. We have to put a red line somewhere, and we really do need to do something about this attack on religion and this attack on Western civilization. And why nuns? Well, if you want to think about the vulnerable children first, and they're being attacked, but nuns who pray, I mean, come on. And nuns are being attacked from not only from the outside, but from the inside of the church too, you know. Have been cases, and I think the Vatican wants to close a lot of places, probably because of property. In the United States, a bishop of Texas, I prefer to forget his name, went and closed down or tried to close down a convent somewhere else outside of Texas with no authority. And the nuns actually are fighting back. He wanted them out. And the nuns apparently are fighting back, and there is they sued or something, so good for them. So a call to everyone with even just a little tiny modicum of human dignity. Please defend nuns. Please do something about this scandal. We won't be able to look at ourselves if we don't do something in whatever tiny little thing is. I have no ideas. I am not American, and I am not in the United States. But surely someone can think of something. Thank you.